Ooh, child. Can y'all see me? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. You already know what it is. It's Marshayla Monique.
All alone with my fears, I'm wondering if I have to do.
Man, Marshayla, I'm the youngest man.
There's no reason why
Still here with
I
it.
sleep late last night.
I'm coming live to you today from my comfy chair. But no, I'm coming live to y'all today, deathly and wholeheartedly and genuinely, disgustingly hungover. Don't know why I do this to myself. Only the Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior, knows why I do this to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because the crazy thing is horribly hungover as I am, I'm going out again tonight. So I'm going to do it all over again. What is my problem? In my hot girl phase, I guess you could call it. I'm in my hot girl phase, but did a collab video yesterday. I cannot wait till y'all see it. It was really fun, but I got sauced. It was a truth or drink, and I did that because truth or drinks are really popular on YouTube right now, so I just gave it a whirl, and yeah, it's gonna be really good. Yeah, so I got my tea here, and it says Black Excellence. Let's get it. I'm here today to talk to y'all about the importance of being alone and spending time with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I always say, you know what I'm saying, or I say but when I initially said that I was gonna make the video, a lot of people thought that it was like some lonely stuff, and it really wasn't. Honestly, I think it's just very important to spend time with yourself and get to know yourself on a different level, as far as things that you like, things that you don't like, picking up hobbies by yourself, and also probably digging into your spirituality and whatever religion you study, and just really learning how to love yourself. Literally, I have a video about loving yourself, so this is kind of going to tap into that as well. But this topic only came to mind because I know I talk about 2020 a lot and everything. I talk about 2020 a lot and the things that I went through and the challenges that I faced. But the good thing that came out of 2020 is I spent so much time by myself. Being alone was always like a fear that I had, and that was one thing that was like the biggest struggle with leaving my last relationship, because I knew that I was going to be alone because I was with that person like almost every second, you know what I mean? So I really feared being alone, you know? So when I was basically forced to spend time alone, like losing my job and my friends moved out of the apartment and back home and stuff like that, I was always by myself. But when I tell y'all, it was the most amazing thing and the most amazing journey that I could ever experience. Really, that's where I started my self-care, and I would just have fun with myself, take myself out. I would go walk trails, or I would just have movie nights by myself, or self-care nights by myself, and I would write a lot like I always do. But it was the most amazing thing, and I was so unbothered. I was on 10, honestly, internally on 10. It's I was always that person that I'll drop anything I'll drop everything when someone needs me, you know what I mean? And sometimes you really got to stop doing that. Stop dropping everything for other people, running to save other people, running to help other people. Girl, sit down, because they would not help you if you called them and you needed them, you know what I mean? It was just nice to just be away. I was an hour 45 minutes from the city, and I was really just doing my thing, getting to know myself. And literally I came out of that quarantine and that pandemic stuff so confident. Spending time by myself, I built my confidence, and I would give myself affirmations about being beautiful and being smart and things of that matter. And I really just fell in love with Marshayla. I truly did, and it was really the best experience ever. So with that being said, as human beings and as people who are hardworking, we're always on the move. Even though I was in a relationship, I worked so much. I was also a student trying to have a social life. Spending time by myself really wasn't a thing. Every day I would come home, my ex would be there, or my friends are in the house, or somebody needs something, or I need to call somebody, or somebody needs me to drive back to the city. It was just always something. So I never got time to really spend spend that alone time with myself, you know. And I never realized how important it was, but like I said, it was always a fear that I had, and I'm sure some people are scared to be alone as well. So I don't know, and that's why people are like, oh, don't you wish you had a roommate? Sometimes I do wish I had a roommate, because I do get bored, but I'm so used to being alone now that it really doesn't even bother me, you know what I mean? Like, I get up and go and I do stuff like by myself, or I spend time by myself, but we get so wrapped up in other people's problems and other people's lives and just life in general that we don't take a second and stop and breathe. And when I was working and going to school and in a relationship and stuff like that, I was moving around the world so fast, I didn't even take a chance to breathe. And that's how I really feel like I low-key lost myself in a sense, because I really didn't know who I was, because I never really just tapped into it, you know what I mean, and started a journey of getting to know me. Because as weird as it sounds, like getting to know yourself, you're like, obviously I know myself, like yada yada yada, but it's so much deeper than that, you know. Like, there's things that I found out about myself that I'm just like, girl, I didn't even know that. Like, you're so cool, girl. And it's really an amazing thing. So I really challenge y'all to do that and really spend some genuine time with yourself. Take yourself out to dinner, take yourself out shopping, have a movie night with yourself, self-care, face mask, whatever you want, anything. Just really take that time for yourself. And it's okay to have other people around, but you really need to, at the end of the day, you really need to focus on you, baby. You need to focus on you. On you. But yeah, because at the end of the day, you are the most important person in your life. And I'm not saying don't care about other people, but just know you are the most important person in your life. At the end of the day, regardless if you got family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, at the end of the day, all you got is you. You know what I mean? And that was something that was hard for me to accept. Because it's not saying that you don't got nobody that's looking out for you. It's just like, at the end of the day, when shit go left, all you got is you. God bless the people that got people to fall back on. But if shit go left, everybody else is going right. Surrounding yourself with different types of people can also make you lose. It could turn, because you're a reflection of who you hang around. And hanging around other people, you start to pick up their traits, and you have an identity crisis type of thing, because you're trying to be like everybody else around you. And there was a point, like hold on. But yeah, there was a point in time where I feel like I had an identity crisis, because I was trying to be everything that I was not. I was trying to be everybody else. I was trying to be everybody but me. Trying to be everybody but Shay. And I think my issue with that was I went to a predominantly white school, so I was really trying to be a white girl. It's so bad. I was trying to be a white girl, trying to be something that I wasn't. Didn't know who I was, because I never took time to myself. You know what I mean? I was filling my life up with all these different people, and I started picking up stuff that they was doing in the way that they were acting. So now I'm really just my genuine, unapologetic self. I'm not trying to be nobody else, because I took that time to get to know myself. Like, girl, at the end of the day, you don't need nobody. You don't need nobody. You don't need nobody to influence you to do nothing. You are who you are, you know what I mean? And it's crazy, because I see people, like, I'll be around people that try to act like me. Like, and I can just tell they're lost, you know what I mean? They haven't really found their true self. They haven't really took that time to figure out what they want to do with their life, who they want to be, like those type of things. I found myself and my inner peace. Can't nobody ruin that. Can't nobody take that from me, period. Like, I found myself, and I'm in such a happy space. I feel like I'm on top of the world, because like, and the thing that, like, I do feel like I'm on top of the world, but it's crazy how, as bad as this pandemic has been and how defeating it has been for a lot of people, losing everything, losing your income, losing your house, like losing your graduations, prom, stuff like that. If you really think about it, there's probably one positive thing, at least one positive thing that came out of the pandemic for you. Think about it. And I'm just really, like, I'm blessed, because I was always on the move. I never sat down, and it seemed like God was telling me, like, I'm gonna sit you down. Like, I'm gonna sit you down. Don't worry. Don't fret. I'm planning something bigger for you. And he did. And now I have all these things that I'm just like really blessed for. So it's like, even though the pandemic came and knocked me off my rocker, it was a blessing in disguise. Cause literally I had, before the pandemic, like, got out of a relationship, dad passed away, like, grades was down to the floor, feel me? Like, did not really have sight of what I actually wanted to do in my life. So when I had that sit down, I went back to the drawing board and I figured everything out, and I mapped everything out for my life. And I literally just told myself, like, I'm gonna just live a positive, happy, genuine life, and I'm gonna always be true to myself. I'm gonna always be myself, regardless if somebody like it or if they don't. I'm gonna always be me, young, wild, and free. Really, like, even though you may have a busy life, really at least maybe start with like one day, just like spending time with yourself, doing some of your favorite things, just getting to know yourself. And as a young woman, that's very important, because these men will try to knock you off your pivot. You hear me? It's very important to spend time by yourself and just live in that moment. And that's where you find your true confidence. That's where you find your true self. Y'all, my confidence up here. It used to be down here. People who know me, you can just tell things about me are different. Like, I'm just happy. Like, I'm doing me. It's like, no, I'm normal. But yeah, I'm just happy. Like, I'm happy. I'm carefree. I'm unapologetic. I'm just me, living in my truth, living in my space, living my life, living in my 20s, doing my thing. You feel me? And it's only up from here. There's so many other things that are coming in life for me. Good things, maybe bad things. But I've shielded myself because I found myself, and now I know how to handle things completely different. And because deep down, you may reveal some things that you didn't even know about yourself. And that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about it. Like, and another thing about it is, like, taking that time for myself brought back a lot of traumatic situations I never let myself get over. So I'm also in that process. I'm in that motion, because when you're faced with trauma, for some people, we just push it to the back of our mind, like, keep going, push it back, keep going, type of thing. But one day you're just going to explode. So when I started to dig a little bit deeper into that, I realized there was a lot of things that I did not heal from, that I just kind of just like muted. So that's the process that I'm going through, emotion that I'm going through, and it's a great thing. It's a healing process. It's a journey. Life is a journey, not a race. I forget who I heard that from. I think it was my friend Marlo. Shout out to you, Marlo Bands. Yeah, y'all. Get to know yourself, love yourself, find yourself, and always be true to yourself. If you take anything from this video, take that you should always be true to yourself. Don't never lose yourself, and don't ever let nobody try to turn you into a completely different person, because at the end of the day, it's just you, and it's you, and it's you, and that's all, and that's it. So that's all I have for y'all today. Quick little video. Sorry about the lighting. I'm so hungover that I'm shaking. Like, I'm going through it. Tea. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it ain't. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.